the craziest drug-related event I've seen is I saw a friend of mine get shot in a area I was in a tent. I was literally sitting in the seat next to someone that had came and sat next to him in the whole altercation. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, most definitely. They definitely died from result of drugs and drug use. I'm pretty sure it was over some drugs that came up missing. In my opinion, what motivates most people to start using is drugs of any kind is just all the influential negativity or just all the people that like say no or don't do it or that it's bad. It's just I don't know, like growing up, like hearing about how drugs are bad and like not to do drugs, like it's like one thing, but then as you get older you start seeing or hearing about other people that are doing drugs and you start to wonder, like, if it's so bad, like why do so many people do it? Or like, there's a lot of people in my family that drink, and I never considered drugs and alcohol as like two separate things. Like if drugs were so bad and like alcohol is considered a drug, that's what they taught us growing up. Like I just don't get why people would do that and not other drugs. But I don't know, I would say definitely the media, or songs, music, just the appearance that people make in the famous music industry. It's pretty crazy. I don't know, I've seen a lot of younger cats kind of not fantasize, but they find awe in using Xanax or other club drugs or prescription drugs or designer drugs nowadays, and it's they think it's cool to get barred out or take these drugs because it matches a certain image that they may be relating to or trying to accomplish or approach or portray themselves, and it fits nice. It like a pin on a shirt or something, and I'm not sure, but when I was younger, what appealed so much to me with drugs was just I'd say psychedelics. I really never believed in things that I couldn't see or tangibly manipulate, I guess. But when I started reading about psychedelics, it just kind of made me wonder about something that I had no prior experience or knowledge of, or as far as I was concerned, nothing like that could happen. So just experimenting and being able to figure out things for my own, because everybody says drugs are bad, or everybody says you shouldn't do drugs, or the people that do, but it's one thing to go off someone's judgment or what they have to say, but it's another thing being able to do those drugs and know that they're bad, or know that why they're saying they're bad or why you shouldn't do them is worth not doing them, I guess. Craft or hobbies? The hobbies I have is I like minerals. I like looking at rocks and crystals, but as far as an actual hobby I do, I juggle. Yeah, I juggle. I spin poi. I like playing with fire. I like looking at art. I like painting. I like intimate interactions with individuals. I like music. But as far as like, you know, doing those hobbies lately, no, I really haven't been pursuing those things. The effect that my drug use has had on my hobbies and crafts is phenomenal, super phenomenal. In fact, I used to strive the fact that me being out here and doing what I do and, you know, just doing drugs all the time, I always made time for me to do what I do and not just like what I do with people, if that makes sense. You know, juggling and spinning poi or doing art or just whatever I do, like I always made sure I made that time or had that time set aside every day to you know, pursue those things. But now it seems like I'm just consumed with either getting high or chasing, like, you know, obtaining the drugs to get high, or going somewhere where like I would pursue my hobby but getting kicked out or you know, told to leave, or that I'm not welcome in that space because I use drugs. And yeah, so I would say completely. The amount of people that have died out here in the streets from doing drugs since I've been out here is just ridiculous. If I were to put a number on everybody I know from just being out here and doing the everyday grind, just the interactions, it would be, I still wouldn't be probably correct with the amount of people. It's crazy. And I mean, the amount of people that I've lost that are close to me is too much, and it's only gonna get worse. Yeah, it sucks. The effect that the ecosystem has had due to people's fentanyl use is probably a very, very, very big one. It's just absolutely unacceptably ridiculous some people are when they're using Fetty, and just how much they don't care about, I mean, especially them, but with them comes the space around them. So whatever space they're occupying, they have no remorse for like the effect that they have, or like the appearance that's left. They leave trash everywhere. I can say this though, they definitely haven't been leaving rigs everywhere, so I mean that's a plus. But I mean it's horrible. Yeah, the effect that you know, the fentanyl movement that has had on like the people and the city, or you know, just people in general, is ridiculous. Even I can say, you know, I'm willing to admit that it's definitely had an effect on the choices I've made to obtain drugs, on like what I would normally care about, on what it leads to, or has the effect on the people I may be, you know, having an effect on. I can think of countless people that, you know, I considered friends or homies, or people that got my back, that definitely have gotten over on me or taken advantage of me, or